a defect discovered in screens at one of Apple's suppliers. The big question, could it delay the new iPhone? Sharp has announced it's found a problem in some of its displays during a drop test that shipments will be delayed. Sharp would not say which product the screens are for, but it is one of Apple's suppliers. The new iPhone, meantime, is expected to be unveiled September 12th, just 12 days from now. The Wall Street Journal also reports Sharp was supposed to start shipping new iPhone screens by the end of this month. That is today, but has postponed mass production. The displays are expected to be thinner thanks to complex technology that integrates touch sensors into the LCD. Now, Sharp is one of many companies in Apple's long and complex supply chain that can barely produce iPhones and iPads fast enough to meet demand. Still, the chain rarely breaks. So, Corey, how unusual is a problem like this?
Well, it's unusual for us to know about it, because Apple keeps such tight control over what their suppliers say, even their ability to admit that they are Apple's suppliers. But I think, you know, when you look at what's gone on with this company under Tim Cook as COO, not even in his time as CEO, it's been really interesting the way they've kept their inventory down. I put together a chart that shows us something that it's a balance sheet observation, but it's how many days of inventory a company has. This is a shockingly low number. Often companies in consumer electronics will have 60, 70, 90, 100 days of inventory. When it gets to more than a quarter's worth of inventory, you worry. But they've got a lot of product to sell. It takes them a long time to get from the manufacturing point to the sales point. The low days of inventory and the improving days of inventory for this company shows you that they could be clearly out of their inventory in just 5 days as of last quarter. So it shows how tight a lid Apple's been able to keep inventory problems from occurring, so that they really are. I'm impressed with the way that they sort of run the line between having enough product out there and not having too much out there.
Right, and I'll never forget Tim Cook on the latest conference call talking about how they couldn't produce iPhones fast enough to meet demand in China particularly. Is this an iPhone phenomenon, or is there something about the way Tim Cook is doing business?
This is absolutely a Tim Cook thing. You know, he came in as an operations manager coming from Compaq, a company that didn't always have great inventory management, but that he really understood what the dynamics were, particularly when you have a diverse supply chain where you've got semiconductors coming from Samsung, you've got other semiconductor products coming from Qualcomm, you've got the screens, as we see now, coming from Sharp. When you've got all these different components all coming together, one of the things that they've done is they've put off these supply problems on their suppliers, but they've also used their cash in the balance sheet to advance money to those suppliers so that those suppliers can buy the equipment to make this cutting-edge product, so that Apple will stay on the cutting edge, will stay literally on the cutting edge, where they've got new products that can cut glass and cut steel and mold it in brand new ways, but not take the inventory risk on with Apple. So they're able to use their cash smartly, manage their inventory smartly, and that's why it's become the biggest market cap company in the history of the world.